Was I wrong for what I did? Honestly, I'm still not sure, even after everything that's happened. My mom, in her infinite, misguided wisdom, made a lucky tea for my 9-year-old daughter Lily, a tea that was supposed to bring her good fortune, to help her with her upcoming school play, maybe even make her the star. But instead, through a series of events I still can't quite believe, she drank it herself. And what followed, well, it was a cascade of chaos and revelations that tore my family apart, left me questioning everything I thought I knew about my own mother, and forced me to make a decision that still haunts my nights. Tell me if you would have done the same thing, because I honestly need to know if I'm the monster everyone in my family now thinks I am. Let me take you back to how this all started, because without the context, it just sounds like a crazy, isolated incident. My mom, bless her heart, has always been a little unconventional. She's dabbled in everything from crystals and essential oils to obscure spiritual practices and energy healing. I grew up with sage burning in the house, dream catchers over every bed, and a general air of good vibes only, that often felt more stifling than serene. As an adult, I tried to keep a respectful distance from her more eccentric tendencies, especially when it came to my own daughter, Lily. Lily is the sweetest, most imaginative kid you could ever meet. She loves drawing, storytelling, and performing. When she landed a small role in her school's annual play, A Talking Flower, I think she was over the moon. My mom, naturally, saw this as a prime opportunity to enhance Lily's experience. She started talking about sending positive energy, about manifestation, and then the dreaded lucky tea made its first appearance. I remember the day she first mentioned it. We were having Sunday lunch at her house, and the conversation drifted to Lily's play. My mom's eyes lit up. "You know," she said, stirring her teacup, "I've been reading about ancient herbal remedies for confidence and good fortune. I could brew Lily a special tea just for her opening night, a little something to give her that extra sparkle." I immediately felt a wave of dread. I tried to deflect. "Oh, Mom, Lily's got plenty of sparkle. She's doing great. We don't want to mess with anything." But my mom, once she gets an idea in her head, is like a freight train. She waved her hand dismissively. "Nonsense, darling. A little boost never hurt anyone. It's all natural. Just some herbs I've sourced from a very reputable spiritual healer online." I sighed, exchanged a look with my husband, Mark, who just gave me a helpless shrug. He knows better than to get between my mom and her latest obsession. A few days later, my mom called, buzzing with excitement. "It's here, the ingredients for Lily's lucky tea. I'm going to brew it tomorrow, and you can bring Lily over to drink it. It needs to be consumed with the right intentions, you see." I politely, but firmly, pushed back. "Mom, I really don't think that's a good idea. Lily's just a kid. I don't want her getting confused or thinking she needs a magic tea to be good at something. Her confidence should come from within." My mom's voice tightened, a sure sign she was feeling challenged. "But it is from within, dear. The tea just helps unlock it. It's a tool, not a crutch. And besides, I've already bought all the special herbs. They're very rare." I knew it was a losing battle. My mom interprets any resistance as a lack of faith in her, and then she digs her heels in even harder. I reluctantly agreed to bring Lily over, with strict instructions that it was just herbal tea, and nothing more. I planned to supervise closely and maybe even dilute it or spill it if I thought it looked too potent. The day came, and I took Lily to my mom's house. My mom had set up a whole ritual. There were candles, some soft, ethereal music playing, and a beautifully ornate ceramic teacup waiting on a lace doily. Lily, being 9, thought it was all rather fun and theatrical. My mom, beaming, presented the tea. It was a murky, greenish, brown concoction, steaming gently with a faint, earthy smell. Now, Lily, bug. My mom began, her voice hushed and reverent. This is a very special tea. It's made just for you, to help your inner light shine even brighter for your play. Lily giggled, reaching for the cup. Just as she was about to take a sip, my phone rang. It was Mark, with an urgent work call he needed my input on immediately. I excused myself, telling Lily to wait, and stepped into the hallway, leaving my mom and Lily in the living room. It was only for a minute, maybe 2, but that minute was all it took. When I came back, the teacup was empty. Lily was looking a little bewildered, and my mom was making a face. "Oh, darling." My mom said, a slight tremor in her voice, "I am so sorry. I don't know what I was thinking. I was just explaining to Lily about the herbs, and I picked up the wrong cup. I had my own herbal tea, a different blend, you see, and I drank it. The whole thing." Lily, ever the innocent, just shrugged. "Grandma drank my magic tea," she said, not quite grasping the gravity of my mom's mistake. I stared at my mom, a mix of disbelief and exasperation washing over me. "Mom, you drank Lily's lucky tea, the one you made with all the special, rare, confidence-boosting herbs." My mom wrung her hands. I know. It was a complete accident. My mind must have been elsewhere. Oh, what have I done? Now Lily won't have her good fortune." I honestly didn't know whether to laugh or cry. My mom, who had gone to such lengths to create this lucky tea for her granddaughter, had consumed it herself. The irony was almost too much. For the rest of that day, my mom was in a state of mild panic. She kept apologizing to Lily, promising to make a new, even luckier batch. Lily, meanwhile, was completely unfazed and just wanted to watch cartoons. I tried to reassure my mom that it was fine, that the tea was probably just regular herbal tea, and that Lily's performance would be great regardless. But in the back of my mind, a tiny, mischievous part of me wondered if anything would happen. What exactly were those rare herbs supposed to do? My mom had been so secretive about the ingredients, only vaguely mentioning ancient wisdom and positive vibrations. I mentally filed it away as another one of my mom's harmless, if slightly annoying, eccentricities. Oh, how wrong I was. The next morning, things started to get weird. My mom called me, unusually early, "Darling." She said, her voice sounding strangely vibrant, "I feel amazing. Like I could conquer the world. I woke up with so much energy, I've already reorganized the entire pantry and started on the garage. And I have an idea. A brilliant, absolutely genius idea for my next sculpture." My mom is an amateur sculptor, and while her passion is admirable, her creations are usually abstract, to say the least. I tried to be supportive. "That's great, Mom. Glad you're feeling good." I figured it was just the placebo effect in full swing. My mom believed she drank something magical, so she felt magical, simple, but it didn't stop there. Over the next few days, my mom's energy escalated. She started calling me multiple times a day, bubbling with enthusiasm about various projects she was suddenly tackling. She signed up for an advanced pottery class she'd always talked about but never committed to. She started cold, calling art galleries to try and get her sculptures displayed, something she'd been too shy to do for years. She even confronted a notoriously rude neighbor about their barking dog, a confrontation I had always avoided. My dad, usually a quiet, unassuming man, called me, sounding bewildered. "Your mother," he said, "is on a rampage. She's redecorating the house, signed us up for ballroom dancing lessons, and she even bought a bright red convertible. A convertible? She hasn't driven anything but a sensible sedan for 30 years. I started to feel a prickle of unease. This wasn't just placebo. This was something else. It was like she was experiencing a sudden, intense surge of confidence, a complete shedding of her inhibitions. Like the lucky tea had actually, genuinely worked just on the wrong person. Then came the bigger changes. My mom, who had always been a bit of a homebody, started going out constantly. She joined a book club, a hiking group, and even tried stand-up comedy at an open mic night, and apparently, she was surprisingly good. People started noticing. Her friends commented on her newfound zest for life. My dad, while initially overwhelmed, seemed to be slowly coming around to her vibrant new persona, though he still looked a little shocked. He even seemed to be enjoying the ballroom dancing. I, however, couldn't shake the feeling that something was off. This wasn't my mom, not really, or maybe it was a part of her that had been suppressed for decades, now unleashed by a mystical herbal brew. The thought was both fascinating and terrifying. So that's the situation I was in, and I had to make a choice. Here was my mom, transformed, living her best, most confident life, all thanks to a tea meant for my daughter. But her transformation was causing ripples, some good, some less so. Before I tell you what happened next, I want you to pause and comment below what you would have done in my shoes. Would you have let it continue? Would you have tried to reverse it? What would be your priority? The real turning point, the moment I knew I had to intervene, came when my mom decided to manifest a new career. She'd always been a stay-at-home mom and later an occasional volunteer. Now, she declared she was going to become a motivational speaker. And she wasn't just talking about it. She was doing it. She booked a hall, designed flyers, and started rehearsing speeches that were, well, they were certainly passionate. But they were also a bizarre mix of self-help cliches, New Age philosophy, and the ancient herbal wisdom that had started this whole mess. She was charismatic, yes, but also a little unhinged. Her sudden, unfiltered confidence was starting to border on recklessness, and her ideas, while grand, lacked any real foundation or planning. My dad, who had been trying to ride the wave, looked utterly exhausted. He confessed to me that he was worried. "She's not sleeping, darling," he whispered over the phone. "She's just on, all the time, and she's spending money like water on these new ventures. I don't recognize her." This was it. I couldn't stand by and watch my mom potentially crash and burn, or worse, cause serious financial trouble for my parents. I had to find out what was in that tea. I went to her house, intending to gently question her. But gentle was not in my mom's new vocabulary. She was radiating an almost aggressive positivity, dismissing any concerns with a wave of her hand and a trite affirmation about manifesting abundance. I knew I wouldn't get any answers from her directly, so I did something I'm not proud of. I snooped. While she was out at one of her new networking events, I went through her study, looking for the source of these mysterious herbs. It took me a while, but eventually, tucked away in a dusty drawer, I found a small, unmarked Ziploc bag containing dried leaves and flowers, and next to it, a printed-out email. The email was from an online ethnobotanical supplier, and detailed the ingredients for a potent confidence and drive enhancer. And there it was, in bold letters, a rare adaptogenic herb called rhodiola rosea *, but in an extremely concentrated dose *. It also listed a couple of other stimulating herbs. The email included a warning, in much smaller print, about potential side effects including insomnia anxiety, and in high doses, even mild psychosis or mania in susceptible individuals. My heart sank. This wasn't just a harmless placebo. This was a powerful herbal stimulant, and my mom, with her pre-existing tendency towards obsessive behavior, had clearly reacted to it in a profound way. It was the lucky tea, all right, and it had worked *2* well. I confronted her the next day, armed with the email and the Ziploc bag. She tried to laugh it off, to dismiss it as negative energy. But I was firm. "Mom," I said, holding up the printout, "this isn't just herbal tea. This is a highly concentrated stimulant, and it's clearly having a strong effect on you. You're not sleeping, you're being reckless, and you're not yourself." Her confident facade wavered. Her eyes darted to the bag, then back to me. "It's helping me. It's unlocking my true potential." She protested, but there was a crack in her voice. "Your true potential shouldn't come with a warning label about mania." I shot back, perhaps a little too harshly. We argued long and hard. She accused me of being jealous, of trying to dim her light. It was awful. My dad, who had been listening from the kitchen, finally came in. "She's right, darling," he said, his voice quiet but firm. "You're scaring us. Please, let's just go back to normal." That was the turning point. Seeing my dad, usually so passive, stand up to her, seemed to finally break through her induced exuberance. She looked from him to me, then down at her hands, and the light, the frantic energy, seemed to drain out of her, leaving her looking tired and fragile. It was like the tea's effect was finally wearing off, or perhaps the emotional shock was too much. She started to cry, confessing that she hadn't slept properly in weeks, that she felt overwhelmed by all her new commitments, but had been too afraid to stop, fearing she'd go back to being boring. She admitted she felt like she was on a high-speed train she couldn't get off. The aftermath was difficult. We convinced her to see a doctor, who confirmed she was experiencing a severe reaction to herbal stimulants, likely exacerbated by stress and lack of sleep. She had to gradually stop taking the tea, thankfully. She hadn't made a new batch, and it took weeks for her to truly come down from the high. The red convertible was returned. The motivational speaking engagement was canceled. The art gallery applications were retracted. It was a slow, painful return to her usual self, but with a newfound, genuine humility. She apologized profusely to my dad, to me, and even to Lily, who, throughout all this, remained delightfully oblivious. Looking back, the lucky tea was anything but lucky, at least not in the way my mom intended. It caused chaos, exposed a side of my mom I never knew, and forced me to make a tough decision about intervening in her life. She's doing much better now, still enjoys her crystals and sage, but in a much more balanced way. She even started painting again, quietly, for her own enjoyment, without the frantic need for external validation. Lily, incidentally, still rocked her school play without any magic tea. Her confidence truly did come from within. So, that's my story. I still replay that moment in the living room, when I stepped away and my mom accidentally drank the tea. A part of me wonders if I should have just let her continue her lucky spree, seeing as she was genuinely happy, even if it was a bit manic. But then I remember the worry in my dad's eyes, the recklessness, the financial implications, and I know I made the right choice for her long-term well-being. Was I wrong for what I did, for interfering with her newfound happiness, even if it was chemically induced? I don't know. Like this video if you were on my side, if you think I did the right